So treaty is here in Victoria, and already we've seen several things happen that we were told by Aboriginal activists weren't going to happen. We've seen a huge ambit native title claim, which I'm going to go through in another video and explain what native title is, what actually needs to be proven to establish it, and what the prospects of success might be for this claim. But there's also another bigger issue already well in play. West of Ballarat and Hamilton in Victoria, in a little place called Natimuk, which is nearby Mt Arapiles. Now, Mt Arapiles is a worldwide climbing destination. Its sheer rock faces and free climb routes are literally some of the best in the world and attract a huge amount of international tourism to the little town of Natimuk, worth millions and millions of dollars every year. Or at least it did, until Parks Victoria, with utterly inadequate consultation with the local community, basically proposed to impose a ban on around 62%, including some of the best, most internationally renowned climbing routes in Mt Arapiles. Now, I went to Mt Arapiles during the federal election campaign, and it was a bit of a rainy day, but the community gathered there obviously felt incredibly strongly about this issue. We're talking about a community where many of the voters probably would have been Greens progressive voters, and they're people who actually think that it's a pretty good idea to try to have some kind of reconciliation with the Aboriginal people. But they're also people who have themselves, and for the past several generations, had a relationship with the mountain in terms of economic connection and even spiritual connection. And their connection with the land has been disregarded, pushed aside, or even called racist. Their request is simple. They want Mt Arapiles to be shared, not shut. And they, along with groups such as Climbing Grampians and other climbing advocacy groups, are saying that the Parks Victoria proposal, in cooperation with the local Aboriginal Land Co-op, is exclusionary. They're saying that their connection to the land shouldn't be viewed as in competition with or in conflict with the connection that Aboriginal people claim to the land. So, as of now, the 62% of proposed bans are voluntary. There's no penalty for someone breaking those voluntary bans. And Parks Victoria, prior to the treaty bill passing, had a new CEO who said that consultation needed to be better and that they did not advocate the kind of blanket bans and that they would look at introducing some kind of new, more consultative process. Now, that was reported widely in the media, but then shut down by the state government in light of the incoming treaty bill. And it's really been pushed down and silenced. The Parks Victoria have basically not made further statements along those lines, probably under state government pressure. But now there's growing calls from the climbing community to defy the bans, even if they do become compulsory and carry penalties with them. Our own John Ruddick from New South Wales braved similar bans when he climbed the incredible Mount Warning in northern New South Wales. And it's very, very likely that similar acts of civil disobedience would happen here. As Topher Field often says, good people break bad laws. What do you think? Should the interests of the local community and their connection with the land over many generations simply be shoved to one side? I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, remember to like, share, and follow the page, and send it to a friend who might enjoy this content.